Despite his beliefs, Taylor Sheridan has a poor understanding of women. Some of his most well-liked female roles are designed to go against the grain and challenge conventional notions of what women should be on television. These characters are fierce, hard-drinking, stoic, and attractive badasses who can compete with men. The ditzy, provocatively attractive ladies of Landman are at the other extreme of the spectrum. In Sheridan's tales, neither of these ladies are the stereotype-shattering figures he believes they are. The ladies of Paramount plus Landman, which was co-created by Christian Wallace and Taylor Sheridan and was based on the Boomtown podcast, didn't have great expectations for the first season. The four primary female characters are Demi Moore's boss wife Cami Miller, the takes-no-trash lawyer Rebecca Falcone, and Angela and Ainsley Norris, the blonde ex-wife and adolescent daughter of Tommy Norris. They work in the West Texas oil sector, which is dominated by men. As a result, they often stay out of the nasty business and instead participate in more private or formal discussions about sex or legal issues. Sheridan intensifies what he considers to be a positive portrayal of women in Season 2, creating even more of a crisis, in spite of the huge criticism on the handling of female characters in the first season. Furthermore, Tommy Norris is not exactly equipped to handle this problem. One step forward and two steps back in Landman's period scene. If viewers found it offensive when 17-year-old Ainsley told her father that she doesn't allow her lover to ejaculate inside of her, Season 2 has more to offer. It just didn't seem like things could get much worse. Every single female character in Landman is a parody of some kind. Ariana, who is only a dull Monica Dutton impersonator to act as Cooper's love interest, is the uncommon, comparatively normal one. However, the most contentious sequences in the Season 2 opener do not revolve on her. Sam Elliott's debut as TL in this episode was overshadowed by Ainsley's awkward college interview, and Angela's girl boss ran about periods. The sexually self-assured girlfriends who don't give a damn about what other people think are Ainsley and Angela. Because that must be the reason Ainsley wears the smallest dress and shoes to a college interview, right? The interview goes poorly, according to her character's script. Ainsley is a pampered, ignorant kid who is driven by sex appeal, males, and appearances. Nevertheless, she is admitted as she satisfies the prerequisites. Tommy makes the terribly naive remark that Angela has a reversed menstrual cycle at the family's dinner celebration of her acceptance. He claims that Angela is crazy, 28 days a month, and normal on the days she is menstruating. To her credit, Angela retaliates when Tommy advises her against purchasing a home on the current arc of her cycle. This is because someone needed to put Tommy in his proper place. Not even the worst part is when she ruins supper in the room. In fact, it's the most rewarding aspect of the scenario. When Sheridan decides to reverse all of Angela's gains in order to win the debate, that's when things go awry. She folds as soon as Tommy praises her breasts. His hurtful remarks about women and her no longer bother her. Her only objective in life is to get her ex-husband back. Therefore, she doesn't care whether he thinks she's pretty. Taylor Sheridan views female empowerment from a male perspective. Sheridan makes a lot of progress in this scene, but he doesn't take the necessary steps to earn the confidence of female viewers to write captivating ladies. When Tommy expresses interest in having sex with Angela, she essentially confirms Tommy's thesis by sacrificing her dignity to be the crazy ex-wife. It restates the standard of Sheridan's programs, which states that women are not the victors unless they have traits associated with males. Indeed, these features exhibit feminine traits. But since they are able to defend themselves, fire a gun, curse without fear of consequences, or engage in physical combat, they are especially meant to be applauded. This perspective on gender and the expectation society has placed on men and women is binary. Sheridan has established the standard that female characters must submit, acknowledge their beauty, and lack intelligence in order to offer males something to despise and find annoying. They must be the ball-busting, man-hating achiever when they break out from the box of femininity. They must be attractive, too. Every lady has to be attractive. Monica, who is perhaps the show's most feminine character, is despised by viewers due to her reserved demeanor and preference for avoiding confrontation. It's also important to note that Monica is an indigenous woman who finds it difficult to accept assistance from white people. Instead of Monica, Ainsley, or Ariana controlling the story, Sheridan would like a Beth or a Rebecca. This is due to the fact that his male viewers, but not the others, may see themselves enjoying a drink with Beth or Rebecca. Landman exposes Sheridan's true issue. Sheridan's male-adjacent female characters are not all poorly written. For just altering the expectations placed on women in the late 1800s and early 1900s, Elsa and Kara stand apart. They are tough and powerful, yet they also show love and compassion for those they care about. They stand for good people, not just good women. However, not every woman has to be flawless. But it seems like Sheridan is unable to create hyper-feminine, imperfect characters who are even passably entertaining. Because of their complete lack of awareness of their surroundings and the obvious fact that Ainsley is not a 17-year-old, every scenario between Angela and Ainsley is unbearably hard to witness. Again, however, it's obvious that Angela and Ainsley are imperfect people who don't necessarily need to be admired. Why, however, aren't there more male characters who resemble them? The males are supposed to be humiliated so that other characters may say, "I told you so," but where are they? One might argue that's exclusive to Cooper, but up until now, his greatest humiliation routine has been just being a good-hearted young guy attempting to honor his former co-worker's wife and child. He doesn't exhibit any recoiling. It's not as if centuries of taboos inherently result in poorly written sexual feminine characters. However, it seems that Sheridan believes that in order for women to be seen as great characters, they must adopt the characteristics of males. They can't even enjoy shopping, grooming and pampering themselves, or cheering in Landman without feeling inferior.